Progress. Progress. I'm becoming a better person every day. Thanks, guys. Watermelons.
But I'm meeting somebody. He works in production, but like YouTube. So I actually bumped into him at Starbucks. It's kind of a funny story how it all happened. His sandwich bag blew away and I ran and I caught it for him and it sparked conversation. And yeah, I sat down and we just talked. We were chit-chatting, and the fact that I'm a YouTuber, of course he's gonna ask me like what do I do and stuff, and I said, you know, I'm just now like a full-time YouTuber, and he just happened to be in the production side of filming. So that's cool. I'm gonna meet with him and he wants to help me out he wants to help me out with my channel and help me get my merch going that you guys are wanting. I think that would be so much fun. And a little bit that I officially quit my job and I have decided to do YouTube full-time, and I moved. I left Ventura County and now I'm in LA. Yeah, so I am embarking on a whole new journey now, a whole new world. Anybody else just get the Aladdin song in their head? A casting director, producer, person, I don't really know what his title is, but he reached out to me via email and he offered me an opportunity to be part of Squid Games. Like, I know that's like a big thing, but I didn't really know what it was, so I Googled it. But they're doing like, I think like a show based off of the game, if I'm understanding that right. But yeah, I got an official invitation to be part of that. So I want to know what you guys think. Comment and let me know, is that something that I should even consider? Man, God's working in some big ways, that's for sure. Oh, I love you. This is gonna be a very interesting next few months for me. So yeah, let's do this. Quick thing I wanted to say. I've been here less than a week, like just a few days, and I've already been asked out on 3 dates. Let me just say this one time. I'm not interested in dating. I'm interested in getting involved. I'm flattered. I appreciate it. I take it as a compliment, but no, I'm doing my own thing and I'm happy and I don't need anybody. So that is all. Most interesting visit to a car dealership I've ever had. Oh my gosh, I have to get out of here. I went to Mercedes-Benz, and first of all, I've never been to Mercedes-Benz dealership. But not just any Mercedes-Benz dealership. I'm at the one in Beverly Hills, just because it was the closest one to where I was. So I told the guy that I wanted to look at a van. They didn't really have any. They had 2 and they were used. And I was like, that's cool. Like, I'll at least look at them. I wanted to check out the inside. And I sat here and I've watched her a little bit, and she's getting a lot of stares, a lot of people just looking at her, and you know, they continue to drive off or walk by or whatever, and she smiles and waves at them, and you could tell she has a beautiful heart. And she looks alone, and she looks like she could use a friend and maybe just a helping hand. At this moment, there's not a whole lot I can do. I know every woman can appreciate a head wrap. And then of course she's gonna get a bottle of water. I got the chills just talking about it. It's just, this kind of stuff breaks my heart, guys. It really does. And you know, since I do spend a lot of time like in my car, I do pay attention to people. Like I watch people a lot, but not just to watch what they're doing. Like I pay attention. That's always been a part of me. That's always been a big part of me, is to figure out how the world works, Figure out how people work. Figure out what they're thinking, why they're thinking it, why are they doing what they do. You know, that's just always been me. I've always had like a desire for deeper knowledge, a deeper understanding of things that people usually don't really think about. To hop on here really quick. I just got done recording. I know it's been a while since I have posted, but I have a couple videos in the works right now. I just have to edit. But I just wanted to quickly come on here because today I actually have been handing out bottles of water to people that are living on the streets. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same. If you happen to be in the store and if you're financially able, I strongly encourage that you pick up a case of water. A lot of people out here that don't have homes, don't have air conditioning, they're struggling, and I have found that whenever I am handing out these bottles of water that people are so appreciative. They're like, yes, please, thank you. So if you're able, please lend a helping hand. I know it doesn't seem like much, but the more I interact with the homeless, the more I realize that every little bit matters. If you can find it in your heart, and we're gonna help a lot of people, and I am so excited. After I get my van and get kind of like a little more of a comfortable living situation, my plan is to invest in some property, homeless people to park in, stay in, get cleaned up, use the restrooms. Like, there are places like that around here. But we need more. All right, guys, I love you. I'm sorry I'm always crying. Like, this stuff just makes me emotional. I truly care about people. Like, I just want to help people. But yeah, anyways, I'll be back. I'm shy, and so I guess that shyness comes out, but when it comes down to it, man, like, that doesn't matter to them, you know? Like, any act of kindness means everything to these people. To anybody, really. Like, any sort of act of kindness, even if it's just a smile, like, that can really turn somebody's life around. It doesn't look like and I officially got some stuff for little care packages that I want to go hand out to the homeless. As you can see, I got a big old thing of water right here. Target was surprisingly short on a lot of things, so Aquafina was like the only water they had left. This is what I got. I'll show you guys what I got. So, I got Kleenex. I did get Ziploc bags to put everything in. These wet wipes are for me. I ran out. I got toothbrushes, toothpaste. I took all but one. I wiped them out. They didn't have all that many. I mean, they had a few, but not as many as I was hoping for. Some people are just gonna have to get extras of other things, I suppose, for now. But so we've got those. Got little granola bars so they can have a snack. Wet ones, and we've got women's and men's deodorant. I couldn't find, like, I was either trying to find smaller ones like the men's or bigger ones like the women's, but this was like all they had, so I grabbed a bunch of those. So I'm gonna get started on making these little packages. You know, I didn't really do that great on the sizing. It's okay, we'll make it work. These are so cute. Yeah, I totally didn't get the right size bags. But that'll work. But yeah, that's the care package. It's got a little granola bar, toothbrush, toothpaste, Kleenex, deodorant, and wet ones. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hand these out. I wish I would have got a size bigger in the bags though. Oh, I could stuff it. Bam, perfect. Cute. All right, peeps, I'm coming for you. Oh, and then
Oh gosh, you guys. Let's get into it. Hey guys, not another housewife here. My name is Marissa if you are new here. Your favorite problematic housewife. I hope you guys like my little fall graphics. Always trying to push fall as soon as September comes. I am ready for summer to be over. I want the fall, I want Halloween, I want Hocus Pocus. By the way, did you guys know Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be coming out soon? I am so excited. Every single year, I watch Hocus Pocus, and I want to. My kids don't like it, though. None of my kids want to watch it with me. It's so nostalgic. I love 90s, like, holiday movies. I love movies from the 90s that are, like, in the fall time, and you see, like, the cute little towns with the leaves, and, oh, I just love it, and I'm so excited. I'm ready for the pumpkin patch. I'm already drinking pumpkin spice creamer daily, multiple times a day. So today we're going to be talking about All In with Ari. This is actually a last minute video because I am working on a video about Radiant Brit and her nasty ass. Oh yeah, something's coming on her. She did the most disgusting video on Dirty Dozen. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to record it tomorrow. But I wanted to record this real quick because I just recently watched All In with Ari's recent video, her last few videos, and I'm like, what is this girl doing? She went from Squid Games, meeting with producers, and she's so excited, YouTube managers, her career, this and that, you know, and then she gets exposed for her criminal background, some issues with her child, which I'm not really going to talk about that much, but a lot of people did digging, and a lot of things came out about this chick that she was not who she claimed to be this whole time. And a lot of people think she's a scammer and a grifter. And, you know, I don't necessarily think she's trying to scam people for money. Maybe at first dropping the Cash App. This seems to me now, the more that she does videos, is she's just a manipulative person. She's a liar, very conniving, calculated, and manipulative. That is what I'm getting for her right now. So after all this blew up in her face and came out, people were pissed. They found out that she, you know, had some issues with her child being injured in her care, and then even the ex spoke out to Lycan Legion and said he wanted to press charges against her, but there wasn't enough evidence. So I want to remind you guys that, yes, her kid was in the hospital, there's court documents and custody battles, but we still don't have enough evidence to prove that she actually did something to her child. Now, can you say that she was neglectful? Of course, because obviously something happened in her child's care. And even that, accidents happen. We also have to remember that she was living with a man at the time. And, you know, there are a lot of instances where the man is abusive towards the woman's child. Happens a lot. It wouldn't shock me. And then when she went to the hospital, she came up with this elaborate story to cover up for the guy, or she was scared of him. We just don't know. There's not enough details to completely say that she did something horrible to her child. All we know is something awful happened to her child in the child's care. In the child's care, while the child was in her care. That's all we really know. And we do have there was statements that came out from her grandparents, and which is like her dad. Her grandparents adopted her, so that's why it's like her mom and dad, but biologically it's her grandparents. Saying she was neglectful and would leave her child for days at their house and take off. So all this stuff came out about her, okay? Because when she blew up on YouTube, she started getting a ton of donations, and she lied here and there along the way. She would say, thank you so much for the donations. I'm staying in a hotel because of you guys. And then later on, she would go on to say, well, no, I saved all the money. I never touched the donation money.
And so I have a more positive outlook on it to be quite frank with you guys and to be 100% honest, I have not touched any of the donation money. A lot of people are saying, well, she's just living off other people's money. That's so not true. All the donations that have been given are just in like a little pot that I haven't touched. That's kind of like my savings for my van. I am so thankful for the people who donated. And
so I tried to find where I saw she said thank you for the donations for this hotel stay, and I cannot find it anywhere. I don't know if she deleted the video or what. If any of you guys know where that clip is, please let me know down below so I can find it. I got so tired of looking for it, but she definitely did say thank you for the donation. She's going to hotel, and like I know that happened. So as things got more heated and blowing up in her face, now it seems like she is doing this huge PR move to just help the homeless. Every video, she's making these like $5 care packages with mini deodorants and wet wipes, and then she's making videos about giving water bottles to the homeless. And here's my thing, okay? That's great. You're giving water bottles out, this blanket. She's crying about this other lady who she gave a blanket to and headbands. It's like, okay, dude, when you are actually trying to help people, you don't need to film it. She is filming, like, she'll give a homeless person a cracker and freaking film and be like, I just gave this homeless person a cracker because they were so hungry. And I am so sad and I care about people. Like, no, girl, nobody is buying it. Like, I just don't understand why she's doing this. Every day she's making herself look worse and worse. Nobody believes that she cares about the homeless. Nobody believes that this is what she really wants to do, because literally a couple weeks ago, everything was about the Mercedes van, making money, meeting with producers. Before she got exposed, that's what it was all about. It was all about, you know, living the great life as a van influencer, and she's moving on up. Her life has changed forever. And then when she got exposed, it turned back into literally immediately her first video addressing all the stuff, which she really addressed nothing. She's like, I just want to help homeless people. Okay, girl. And you want to open a homeless center, and now every video is helping homeless people. Like, it's so obvious that she's doing this to try to get back in people's good graces. But in all reality, it's not. It's backfiring on her. People are side-eyeing her even more. At this point, I don't think she can win. And let me tell you why. I don't think it matters what she does. She could be like helping Jesus Christ and people wouldn't care. People are upset because she was not honest about her situation. She's clearly now choosing to be homeless and now is deciding and being honest about that, when before she made it seem like she had no other option. I don't know. It's all been very confusing. But I don't think anybody is going to be okay with her until she actually addresses the real issues, until she actually addresses the things that people have found out about her. Now, I don't think that people should have gone digging the way that they did, because let's be real here. That shouldn't be acceptable on YouTube because you think someone's shady. But it's out. It happened. And now people are expecting her to address it, and she hasn't addressed anything. So I think no matter what she does at this point, people are not going to like her. She's not going to be able to win, and if she wants to live her best life as an influencer, I mean, she's got to figure out something, because she's fizzling out quick. Her views are down, she's losing subscribers, then she'll gain some, and then it seems like as soon as they start watching her videos, she loses them again. It seems like every time she gains subscribers, she loses them when they start watching her, because she comes off so fake. She doesn't come off genuine at all, and then to be sitting on camera crying, acting like you're so upset and emotional over the homeless. I mean, dude... Listen, I want to root for this girl because it's like she's trying to come up in life and she's trying to do her thing, but it makes it very hard when she's lying about things in her life. She's keeping things from people. She won't address the issues people are having with what came out about her. It's very hard to root for this girl because of the way that she's acting. And I really think that she could turn her career around. I do. If she actually came out and was honest and told people what was going on in her life then, you know, if she came on and she was like, you know, back then I had untreated postpartum, I had a psychotic episode, I want to help women who go through this and then have this, you know, stigma attached to them for the rest of their life that they hurt their child, because unfortunately there are actually a lot of women who get untreated postpartum depression, postpartum issues, and they end up hurting their child, and then they regret it for the rest of their life. They have to live with that for the rest of their life. And it happens a lot, actually. And I think if she had come on and explained what was going on then and be honest and genuine and say, it was like 10 years ago, I was not a good mother, I was neglectful, I was leaving my child, but now I'm trying to give my kid the best life possible. They're with their father. I left to work on myself and try to figure out what I need to do. Like that, in my opinion, would have been way better than what she's doing now, because some people can relate to that. Some people will be able to relate to the fact that she's not able to care for her child right now, but she is working towards that. She is working towards being a mother and being there for her kid, but she had to go take care of herself, her mental health, and what she's got to do. More people would relate to that than what she's doing now. And I feel like she's going about this completely the wrong way. She's making people think she's even worse because of this fake thing of homeless people. I'm a hippie that just wants to help the homeless. Like, it's just so fake. And I realize that social media is fake to a certain extent, but no, not everybody is fake. I'm not fake. I try to be like genuine and give my real thoughts and opinions and my real personality showing through. And there are people like that. There are people like that, and people can sense when someone is not being genuine, okay? Charity should be done in silence. Charity should be done out of the goodness of your heart and nobody knows about it. People who are actually out there helping the homeless, working in places like that to really help people in need, are not broadcasting it on YouTube. It's not a good look. It's really cringe, and I decided to make this video real quick because I keep seeing her do every video now is about the water bottles and the blanket and the care packages. Like, she got these just cheap little travel things, put them in Ziploc bags. I mean, literally a couple weeks ago, she was shopping for a $40,000 Mercedes van. And now she's helping the homeless with $2, $3, $4 travel size toiletries. What is that? What even is that? And then she's filming it and acting like she's Mother frickin' Teresa over here. Like, listen, I'm not trying to hate on this girl or, like, you know, get in the way of her come up or whatever she's trying to do here. I'm just giving my thoughts because I feel like her career is fastly fizzling out, and she could have actually turned it around. She really could have. Like I said, people would have related and felt the emotion from her of what she was going through during that time in her life when she was arrested, when she was having issues being a mother, issues with her family. So I'm not sure why she's doing this, because it's not doing her any favors. I'll tell you that right now. I'm also seriously side-eyeing just her arrogant attitude, you know? Anybody who questions her, she either says they're hating on her, they're miserable people, then she's claiming the only people who want refunds are guys who wanted to date her, and ever since she said she was not on the market and she didn't want to date, then these men want refunds. So what, everybody who is calling her out as an incel that wishes they could sleep with her? Like, give me a break. The arrogance, the entitlement, just the I'm so amazing attitude is sickening at this point.
Like, damn, okay, I can see what they're saying. I don't let that kind of stuff get to me. Like, I can't. The people that want to know, like, how I feel about what everyone is saying, as far as the whole scammer title, my outlook on it, it is foolish to be mad at the miserable. Only unhappy people would take the time out of their day to create a negative comment or say something hurtful to someone else. It's only unhappy people that do that. That is purely a reflection of what's going on within themselves. So I can't be mad at that. If anything, I feel sorry for them and I pray for them, because obviously they're going through something and they feel the need to project that on other people. I'm a pretty resilient.
I mean, the arrogance and passive-aggressive attitude on this chick is so irritating. Not everybody who sees through her BS is just some miserable person in their life who, you know, just wants to hate her and just, oh, she feels so bad for these people. She's gonna pray for them because, you know, everything's about God. She's like Mother Teresa, worshiping Jesus Christ daily while giving water bottles out, and we're just all the devil who are trying to take her down. Like, no, we see through your BS. People are commentary channels. We give our opinion. That's the way it works, bitch.
But on the other hand, a lot of them that dropped like flies left right after I posted that short about me not wanting to date. In the same time I was losing subscribers, I was getting people messaging me on Cash App requesting for a refund for like $5 or $10, whatever they sent me, which is totally fine. And I am going to go through my Cash App and actually refund everybody that wants their money back, which I think is just like 2 or 3 that I've seen. But they're all guys, and it all happened to come after the fact that I said that I didn't want to date. So that's pretty telling if you ask me. I'm totally fine with that.
This chick, she wonders why people don't like her. This is so cringe and ridiculous. The only people who are going after wanting refunds and who don't believe her are men that want to date her, and now that they don't have a chance with her amazing ass. No, oh, I can't, you guys. This is just getting ridiculous. It really is. She needs to stop with the I'm a hippie nun trying to help people and give them toothbrushes and deodorant. And you know what else is really interesting? It seems like she's trying to play like the savior, like she has this kind of savior complex because she clearly likes attention, she likes adoration, she likes people to be fawning over her and think she's amazing. So she's like, oh well, look at these lucky homeless people, look at these people, they just love an act of kindness from me. The entitlement is real. Like she's some, you know, angel that's coming down. She's an angel from above that is coming down with her blankets and water bottles to bless the homeless with her presence and her gifts. And all these people are just so lucky for her to be there and help.
I'm not going to be able to say this without crying, so you guys are just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry. So I approached the woman, and her skin, her face was all sunburnt and peeling, like really bad. Like it almost looked like 2nd degree, 3rd degree burn. It was just so bad. Like it was deep burn, and then just the whole top of her face was just, it was peeling. It almost looked like she just come out of a fire. But I gave her a bag. I threw in a headband and extra lighter that I happen to have here in my car. I approached her and I just smiled and I said, hey, how are you doing? And you know, she tried to smile, but she was hurting. Like, she had pain in her eyes. And she said something along the lines of, oh, just I'm making it, or something like that. And I told her, I said, I see you sleeping out here in the streets, and I just wanted to give this to you. I hope it helps. And I handed her the bag, and she was very appreciative. And she kind of had her head, you know, she was like looking down at the ground. She said, I could really use a clean blanket. I am so glad I happen to have an extra blanket in my car, and not just like a little throw blanket. Like, it's a good, oh, sorry about that glare. It's a good, thick, fuzzy, it's almost like a good, thick, fuzzy, it's almost like a comforter type. It's a really heavy duty good blanket, and I'm so glad I got to give it to her. It's been sitting in my trunk because it's just, right now it's just too hot to have a second blanket. So yeah, it's just been sitting in my trunk. It's clean. I washed it, but I had it folded up and like stuffed back there. But it's got a big sea turtle on it, and I love it. It's actually my favorite blanket, but that is totally okay. I am so glad that it got to go to her, because she needed it. Like, she needed it, man. Like, whenever I was walking up to her, and 100% just satisfied that she got it. I'm just so happy that she got it, of all people. Like, but yeah, she got the blanket, and my heart is so full, and I was nervous. The enemy trying to hold me back from somebody who obviously needed me in that moment. So thank you, God, for putting her in my path and allowing me to bless her like I did. Like, she was so happy with that blanket. Whenever I drove off, she was like hugging it and smelling it. And it just, yep, just made my day.
So this clip was very telling, in my opinion. Now, at the surface, it's very cringe. She's obviously playing up the crying and the dramatics to make this whole big scene. But if you look deeper into it, it's very telling. Obviously, she is getting some kind of personal satisfaction out of doing this, out of saving this homeless person. And what I see from her is she's trying to fill this void. I think she's trying to make herself feel like she's a good person. She's trying to overcompensate for her past, for what happened with her child, all of the bad things that have been coming out, not only doing damage control, but I really think she's trying to personally fill something in her to make herself feel like she is a good person. And that is not how you become a good person. Not this surface level, over dramatic show of pretending that you're saving this homeless person and that they needed you. And notice how she said, it made my day. She is doing this for selfish reasons. She's doing this for herself, to make herself feel better, to make herself feel good, because she must feel like a horrible person inside. Everything that she's been through and done, and you know, we've all felt like that at one time or another in our lives, that we've done horrible things, or we have a past and we want to do better, but she's not actually doing better. She's just doing this to make herself feel like she's a better person. And like I said, these people who are actually homeless, she's trying to use them to gain something. What would they do without her? What would they do without her dollar deodorant and toothbrush and water bottle and headbands? What would they do? None of these people who have been on the streets for probably a very long time, who are actually homeless, who are actually in a very bad place in their life, what would all these people do without Ari, you guys? What would they do? None of them would be surviving on the streets if it weren't for Ari, the angelic hippie coming down to save the day. It's really gross if you think about it, and she's like one of those really entitled, snotty people who think that she's just so amazing and helping all these people, and she's doing it for selfish reasons. She doesn't care about these homeless people. She doesn't give a shit about them. And it's almost like she goes out into these certain parts of town and she's like seeking out homeless people to film about it and talk about it and give them things and then go brag about it on YouTube. I mean, oh my gosh, I can't. I seriously can't, you guys. Also, she's acting like she did the most amazing thing for this woman by giving her a damn blanket and a Ziploc bag with toothbrush and deodorant. I mean, she said this woman was badly sunburned where her face was peeling and like blisters and it looked like actual burns. If she really wanted to help this woman, instead of worrying about talking about it on camera and crying over a damn blanket, why didn't she get her aloe, sunscreen, maybe some Aquifer to like put all over her face, get her a hotel room for the week? She has the money, Ms. Bad and Bougie $40,000 van. She actually didn't do anything to help this woman, but give her her favorite blanket, brag, and cry about it. Like, she could have actually helped this woman's skin, gave her a hat, all of the supplies maybe to help protect her from the sun, get her a freaking tent. So many things that she could have actually done if she really wanted to help this woman, but she didn't. She gave her a damn blanket out of her trunk, a freaking $5 Ziploc bag full of cheap-ass toiletries, cried and bragged on YouTube, and act like she's Jesus Christ. Also, I wanted to add about her past and everything that she's coming out about her, what she's doing now. It's very telling how she's reacting, and I was actually thinking about this while I'm recording this video, because I'm wondering, like, why is she doing this? Why can't she just open up and be real and genuine and share what she was going through, her struggles, what she's learned, how she's trying to be a better person? And the fact that she's not doing that is actually very telling about who she is. I think, in my opinion, she is unable to do that. She is unable to be real, raw, and genuine. I don't think that she has ever been genuine and honest in her entire life. I think she has always been this way. I do not think she's capable of being honest and real and open with everybody about who she is, her struggles, and her life. I think that is why she is going about things the way that she is, because she doesn't even know how to be honest and real. I think this is just who Ari is. This is the real Ari, and she doesn't even know how to handle this situation because she doesn't know how to be herself, to be open with people, and actually be a genuine person. Obviously, these are my opinions and observations. This is not a fact. This is just what I've noticed of her. I think she has gone through her entire life being fake and putting on a show, wearing a mask, only worried about what people think, about the adoration, about how she looks, and she needs to do some real soul searching, dig down deep, figure out who the hell she is, because obviously she doesn't even know. We also know at this point she's not actually homeless. Like, yes, she doesn't have a house, but she's choosing this life. She's choosing it. There are people that live the life of actually living on the streets daily, and they don't have a choice. They are not entitled and privileged enough to choose to live van life. She has lived a very entitled and privileged life, just from what she has said about her family having money, and she didn't grow up this horrible life where she didn't have opportunities, she didn't have privilege. She's a spoiled brat that is playing homeless and bragging about it on YouTube while pretending to go out and help people. And, you know, as far as being a scammer, like, listen, people, stop donating to people you don't know, okay? I don't understand this whole thing on the internet where all these people just want to throw money at a stranger that they don't know because they feel bad for them or what, I don't know. But stop throwing your money at people you don't know, because 9 times out of 10 it comes out that they're not the person that you thought they were, and then you get mad. Like, just stop donating to people like that. It's just either not care where your money's going, donate out of the goodness of your heart to help somebody despite what they're going to do with it, despite who they are. None of that. You donate and you forget about it. This whole thing where you're throwing your money at people and then you want answers and you're digging into her past and her child, and so much came out about her family that I just don't think is right either. I'm going to say real quick. I don't think the child's medical information should be exposed. We just have to be careful because we don't know what the child knows. It's possible the child doesn't even know what happened. What if they stumble on this on YouTube and see like what their mother did to them when they didn't even know about it in the first place? The family has been very clear that they want to be left alone. People are trying to contact them and dig and dig. And I don't think that's right either. Whether you like Ari or you don't like Ari, whether she's a scammer or not, digging into her personal life this far, I just don't think it's necessary to talk about her YouTube content. When I first started covering this story, I had no idea it was going to go where it went. I will link my first video I did on her down below. But my plan was just to talk about her content and talk about the interesting story of this homeless girl who went viral and grew her channel in 3 weeks, because I thought it was very interesting. And then it turned into this dark, twisted story that was sad, and family members are involved and all this stuff. And it's wow, that was just too much for me. I know a lot of people are upset what came out about her and her child and her past. And guess what? We all have a past. We all do. I have a past on the internet. I did bad things. I was a troll. I used to try to go after people who were being bullied. I used to try to go after bullies and people who were doing horrible things online and, give it right back to them. So I know I have a past in my real life as well. I had addiction issues. I've had my own issues. We all have a past. The thing is, you need to own it. You need to own your past, be open about it, and, share that stuff with your audience. I'm not saying you have to bring it up all the time, but, when things come out, address it, own it, explain what you were dealing with at the time, and move on. And I'm not going to get too much into the child stuff, like I said, but I do think it's messed up. She left her child in another state to come live in LA, play as a homeless person, and be a van life influencer. She's so worried about all these homeless people. It's what about your kid? I'm not into mom shaming, okay, but at a certain point, it's what are you doing? What are you doing to get your child back? What are you doing to be there for your child? What are you doing to better yourself so you can be a mother to your child? That's the stuff that people want to know. That's what I want to know. Were you having postpartum issues and you needed to get away? I want to know the actual story, and it matters to me. If she's working on things, trying to get her kid back, she wants to be there for her kid. And she can't be there for her kid all the way in California when her child is in Arkansas. And it's really annoying seeing her play this charitable hero helping homeless people when her child is in another state and not with her. And I don't know. I'm not going to praise her for that. I know some people are well, she's doing what's best for her kid and all this stuff. No, she's not doing what's best for her kid because she doesn't seem like she's doing anything to be a better mother and to be the mother that her child needs. If she was working on things and trying to get her kid back and going to all the supervised visits and all this stuff, staying near her child, that would be working on being a better mother. What she's doing is not doing that. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. This woman, her channel name is All In With Ari. Like, that is how fake she is. She is not all in with anything. She is not open. She's not sharing her actual life and struggles. She's pretending and like being this fake van life influencer, but she started as a homeless person. And it's all just ridiculous. And I'm seriously over it. I am over All In With Ari and her fake BS. I really am, you guys. There's a lot of us mothers that struggle with mental health issues, and guess what? We pick ourselves up, we do what we gotta do, we push on, and we do our best every single day to take care of our children. We don't just give up and take off, okay? I respect a mother who's doing her best, even if you are giving your kid peanut butter and jelly sandwiches daily, but you're spending time with them and you're trying. And whatever your best is, if you are doing your best, I respect it. I would never shame a mom for not being perfect, for not being the best, for, you know, maybe she's giving her kids junk food or whatnot. Like, a good mother to me is a mother that loves her children and is doing anything for her kids and doing the best she can on a daily basis, being with her children 24/7 despite struggle. So just for me personally, I am not judging her based on her past mistakes, because honestly, I don't know what she was going through. It was 10 years ago and we don't have all the details. But what I am side-eyeing, oh my God, you guys. What I am side-eyeing for her is the right now. What she's doing right now. She's pretending like she's not a mom and doesn't have a kid and this van life and the homeless people, and she's not actually addressing what happened, and she isn't showing us what she's doing to be a better mother. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see personally from her. I want to hear about, did she have postpartum? Was she in a bad relationship? Like, how is she trying to help her mental health? What is she doing to fix it? Maybe she can share and help other mothers who are going through the same thing and are unable to care for their child right now and how to deal with that. That would be amazing, because I know other people are going through it. Like, help in some way, do something other than this. And that's just my opinion, you guys. You can let me know down below what you think. So I really wanted to show you guys, like I showed the clips in the beginning of this video, her general change in her intentions, what she's doing, her personality. Obviously, some things have remained the same. Like, before she was exposed, she was staying at hotels. After she was exposed, she's staying at hotels, living her best life. But in general, I got a sense of, this is a PR move. I'm pretending to help the homeless, hoping people forget about my dirty, nasty past. And that is what I got. Because before she got exposed, like, I'm not taking things out of context here, you guys. Before she got exposed, that's all her content was. I'm not leaving things out. Literally, her whole channel turned into, I'm an influencer, I'm doing amazing, meeting with producers. She's meeting all these men that want to help her with her career and buying a Mercedes-Benz. Like, I have been following this girl pretty much from the beginning. Like, before she even got exposed, I started seeing her videos. And I just noticed the change in her attitude and personality. And I thought it was really interesting and important to show you guys. Like, look how she was acting before she was exposed. Look how she's acting now. The change is very interesting. So this video is getting long, so let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of Ari? Do you think she's doing damage control, PR moves? Do you think she really cares about the homeless? What would it take for you guys to be okay with her again and to accept her as a creator and doing her thing? Would it be to own up and explain her life story more and her mistakes? Or are you just beyond that point, and no matter what she says and does, you are not going to support it and you don't like her? I'm very interested to know down below, like, what solutions you guys would have. Like, what would people be happy with? That's what I want to know. Because as with every story that people start talking about on YouTube, as the story goes on, at some point we all have to think, like, what's the end goal here? What do we want? Is there something that would satisfy everybody, or are they just going to hate her forever? When is it time to just unsubscribe and stop watching? And I always think it's very interesting, like, having that kind of discussion when it comes to certain people, because sometimes, you know, like Katie Joy, she still gets talked about because she is doing new things daily. And it's like, but what are we going to do here with Ari? Like, what's the solution? I don't even know. So let me know what you guys think down below. Stay tuned for my video on Radiant Brit and her nasty mom shaming, house shaming, all this nastiness coming out of her mouth. Put on your notifications in the next couple days that will be coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.